You can imagine there's been an awful amount of reaction and many memories shared on the passing of Dr. Ginwala. Senior reporter Silindelo Masikane is still at the Johannesburg City Hall. Let's go back to her again now as many people making their way outside and onto the steps and a beautifully moving tribute, especially from the president, and just the gravitas of Dr. Ginwala over the years being reflected by everybody who had a chance to speak, and I'm sure your guests with you now, Slee.
Certainly so. I mean, it's been quite a historic morning, I think, in terms of the memory of Dr. Ginwala, in terms of the contribution that she has made to our constitutional democracy. Certainly a woman who led by example, a woman who fought for the rights of women. And I think today what's come out in terms of reflection for the ANC itself is the fact that Dr. Ginwala was, she advocated for non-racialism, and at this point the party in which she belonged to is a shadow of itself. But I'm joined by one of the representatives from the ANC Youth League. Thank you so much for your time this morning. Maybe just introduce yourself and give us a sense as to what you take out of this memorial service as the Youth League.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Aluta Kelengeshe. I am representing the ANC Youth League as the chairperson in Parktown, and also a member of the ANC Youth League in the zone. Look, it's quite a historic moment for us to actually reflect. In fact, when I checked the date of birth there, she was the same age as my late grandmother. So it was quite historic in a sense that we got a moment to reflect on what they truly represented as struggle stalwarts, especially as women who stood up for non-sexism and fought against white imperialism. So it was quite a learning curve to hear most of their struggles, I mean, from first-hand experience. So it was a really inspiring moment for us as the younger generation to continue with the fight of economic freedom, to continue to fight for the young who are unemployed, to continue to fight all forms of oppression in our country. Thank you.
And of course, moving forward, what would you like to see in terms of the implementations of the kind of leadership that she displayed within your party?
No, look, some of those things are quite challenging to see the ANC where it is today, but it gives us a moment also to reflect on ourselves as a young generation, to say, comrades, people who represented us before, this is what they stood for. So what lessons are we drawing in order to transform our society today? And also, what courage are we going to withdraw from these individuals so that we can better able to interpret those things that they fought for today?
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
All right, Gareth, just a young look, or should I say a youth perspective in terms of what they've gotten out of the memorial service this morning, and of course the eulogy being delivered by President Cyril Ramaphosa this morning, who really described Dr. Ginwala as a champion of women's rights, as somebody who, really was one of the writers and founders of our constitutional democracy. And so as the afternoon progresses, we are waiting for some of those who were guests at this memorial service. They are having lunch, so we're just waiting for them to finish so that we can be able to just get some more reaction this afternoon in terms of what they remember most fondly about Dr. Ginwala.
I'm sure many people are going to want to have a chance to speak to you a bit later, but as you say, a bite to eat now after a wonderful morning of remembering one of the stalwarts of our country. Silindelo Masikane, thank you very much. By the way, if you haven't had a chance to see it live, I've just gone onto our website, eNCA.com. We have the full recording there of the memorial service for Dr. Frene Ginwala. So if you haven't had a chance, perhaps you were at work, you were only able to dip in and out, and you get home a bit later tonight, head over to eNCA.com. It is on the homepage, and you can watch the full recorded version of the memorial for Frene Ginwala.